Hey amigos, what's happening? Look, it has been a few days since the state says stay home except for essential things. So I thought maybe I'd just go check my mail and, down at the post office and maybe get a good idea, maybe get a visual of how things really look out in town, because I've not left the house since I ever heard that. So I know it's going to be kind of dead, maybe, I'm not sure, but I know it's pretty quiet on my street for the hours that it's been. So without any further talking and blah, 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 let's get on the road and see how things look. And after that, we'll come back here to the house and do some things with some of those Ironhead parts, maybe. Way less than your typical Sunday traffic. All these guys are closed. Planet Fitness is closed. This whole strip is closed. I'm not used to seeing Highway 49 like this. I usually have to keep a sharp eye out and play ninja motorcycle rider, but not today. Nobody's cutting you off. All the bad drivers have to stay home, I guess. Wow. There's absolutely nobody at the post office. Nobody's coming by to check the mail. Oh shoot, you know what? I left my keys. Well, how do you like that? Get all the way down to the post office, don't have my keys. So, golly guys. Sorry, I don't mean to keep wasting your time like this, but maybe we'll make this a short trip. And there's my keys like a goofball. Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Okay, now for take two. Back into Gulfport, back to the post office. I guess it wouldn't be me if I didn't have to do it over again every once in a while. I guess you guys have been there too, right? Here we are again. Right now you can't really be too careful. So one thing that this Chinese disease has done is turned everybody into a freaking germaphobe. I don't think I've been so as afraid to grab a hold of what everybody else grabs a hold of until now. Not that I'm afraid, but I'm not taking any chances, So bare hand to hold my keys, rubber glove to open the door. Shoot, I done contaminated my keys. Now I got a freaking, oh man. Rub it all over the keys. Probably got corona on my hands anyway. Just don't stick my fingers in my mouth. I guess I should be alright, right? I tell you what, all you can do is try. There really is nothing you can do to be 100% on this, because there's just too much. If you were 100% about not touching this, not touching that, it would immobilize you. Just don't stick your fingers in your mouth and be mindful of things. Yep, I think I've turned into a germaphobe just like everybody else. I mean, I see a lot of people walking around with face masks, the rubber gloves like what you saw with me. And who knows, hopefully this thing will be over with before we know it. Anyway, enough of my babbling. Let's get back to the house and see what we can do in the garage. Okay, back at the house. And to get to what I'm going to do today, or attempt to at least get done in one shot. I may not get it all done today, but I'm going to mess with these components right here that I got right here. I got my cylinders right here, I've got my heads right here, and I've got these rocker boxes right here. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do before I get started. Okay, with a little bit of help from my friends in the comments section from the last video, I didn't even think about it. I talked about how nice and clean these cylinders are, but they're not going to stay nice and clean unless I go ahead and put some oil on the inside of the cylinder walls. Because yeah, these are cast iron and they are very susceptible to rust. So I'm going to take a little bit of some motor oil or something to coat these walls to preserve them until I get around to using them. And another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to mask off my spots where they need to be masked off so that I can go ahead and paint these heads so that they won't be bare metal anymore, because I certainly don't want those going to waste, you know. So that's what I'm going to do with that. And another thing I'm going to do today, if I get around to doing it today, is I want to clean up these rocker boxes. They have a little bit of a blackness happening from years of road grime, exhaust oil, or whatever. As you can see, this one here is the same way too. But on top of that, I'm going to replace these rocker nuts right here, because, you know, they just stick out. I'm not a big fan of that. I like the nice traditional flush style of rocker nut. So I bought some of these from Jay Frost off of eBay, and I'm going to leave a link of Jay Frost's eBay store and his YouTube channel, because he also has a YouTube channel. I've bought lots of stuff from Jared Frost, you know, in the past whenever I was building the Tramp. He's got a lot of good stuff, a lot of good old stuff. So without any further ado, with the humidity level rising right now, let's get some oil on these cylinders and get to painting on these heads. Okay, after digging around for a little bit, I found a partial bottle of some 10W40 weight. This ought to be sufficient. Made by Bel Ray. Not trying to advertise, but that's just what it is. But any oil is better than no oil. And let me get some oil on the inside of this. It's going to be messy. Not my favorite thing to do. Oh well, it is what it is. Then again, if I get a clean rag, that might help too. But if I did it wrong, you guys leave comments down below how you would have done it. Okay, it looks like it's a nice oily mess on the inside, so, and let's see, this one as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put them back in the box, and I'm going to tend to these heads. Never done this before, so again, you guys see something I'm doing wrong? Go ahead and leave comments down below how I could have done this process better. Okay, this is for the birds, I'm telling you. I got that masked off, but that was quite a pain in the butt to do because the tape does not want to stick to the metal. I could just sneeze at it right now and it would just come off. So you know what I think I'm gonna do? I don't know why I didn't think of this before. Some of you probably already started commenting down below. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna bolt these rocker boxes to these heads, and then I'm gonna take the heads and I'm gonna bolt them to the jugs. I'm gonna have me a dummy top end. I'm also gonna mask off these rocker boxes, which I think will be a lot easier to do than trying to be so precise with this. At least with the rocker boxes on, I won't have to worry about masking this off, and I won't have to worry about the inside of this combustion chamber either. So let's see how that goes. There it is, all bolted down, not too bolted down, just hand tight, all covered up. So, and the kind of paint that I have is this VHT flame-proof header paint. Somebody told me this was some good stuff. It could certainly take the heat and the abuse of an Ironhead motor. Now, why that paint and not the paint? I guess I'm just cheap, but I took what I can get, and plus black is black. I think it'll look all right. It's definitely got to look better than the paint that's on the jug. So without any further talking and blah, 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 let's get to spraying some paint on these heads. And who knows, we'll get it on the jugs too, perhaps. Of course we will. Don't try that at home, okay? If you're gonna paint in a shop or enclosed place like this, even if you got both doors open and the big door open, you're not always gonna have a breeze sufficient enough to ventilate this place. So always wear the proper breathing apparatus, because a t-shirt just won't do, because I'm feeling kind of spacey headed at the moment. Anyway, won't do that again. But this is what I've got. Kind of gives it that that barbecue grill look in a way. There it is. I don't know if the lighting is sufficient, but that's kind of cool. So what to do now is to let the paint dry. These things are going to sit for a little bit, and then get all this masking tape off of here, get the rocker boxes back off, shine them up a bit, clean them up a bit. Not too perfect, but definitely just give it a good once over. Get those rocker nuts out of there and put these rocker nuts in there that I got from J Frost. And that probably won't get done today, so I'm gonna do that part tomorrow. All right, see you guys tomorrow, or whenever the next day is gonna be. Actually, now it's Thursday, and I'm just gonna stop it right here. I got some more editing to do. I'm not gonna go ahead and continue on filming me putting the rocker nuts in the rocker boxes or shining them up, but you can guarantee that the next time you see them, they would have already been cleaned up and the new rocker nuts in there. I just don't have enough time in the rest of the week to get this thing finished being edited and uploaded on a timely manner. So anyway, thanks you guys for watching, and hopefully I'll do a better video next time. Okay, so you keep the rubber side down and you be good to yourselves, and thanks a lot.